Shares of Rent the Runway are soaring Friday. The online clothing subscription service saw active subscribers hit an all-time high in its most recent quarter. The recovery is notable after a sharp drop earlier this year as companies' efforts to boost customer retention appear to be paying off here. Here to discuss further, we've got Jennifer Hyman, who is the Rent the Runway co-founder and CEO. Jennifer, great to have you here in studio with us. Just take us into your own analysis of this quarter. What really contributed to this performance?
Yeah, so loyalty is the highest it's been in 4 years. Record amount of active subs and record amount of sequential growth in subs. And I think it's because the corporate transformation that we put into place is really working for us.
Mm-hmm. And so when you talk about that corporate transformation, where are we at in kind of like the you are here of that timeline?
Well, first part of the corporate transformation was last year really proving that we could be a free cash flow break-even business. And we proved that the unit economics of this business work, it makes sense financially. And then 2025 is all about growth. And so there were 3 prongs of that strategy. One is around inventory. We're doubling the amount of new inventory on the platform. Customers are seeing that and they're more loyal because people come to us to have variety in their wardrobes. Second was really about product innovation leading to enhanced customer experience. We've launched tremendous amounts of innovation to the user experience over the past quarter, and that's really proof point that the ways that we've simplified our organizational structure and processes have led to like way more agility and ability to kind of iterate fast on behalf of the customer. And then we've gotten much more authentic as it relates to our customers, and as a result of that, our engagement with marketing, so engagement on social channels is up 163% just in the past quarter.
Let's talk a little bit more about that customer. As a person who has seen my fair share of Rent the Runway bags, those navy blue bags make their way in the deliveries into the apartment here. Who is that core subscriber and who are you planning to expand the reach to from here?
So I think that we think about the subscriber right now in terms of her aesthetic. And our customer is wanting to be polished. She wants to look sophisticated, playful. She certainly wants to look feminine. And what's interesting about rental now is for the first decade of this business, we had to prove to the consumer and to the brands that like rental was going to be a part of how she got dressed. Now it's a mainstream behavior and there are many players in the space. And Rent the Runway has the privilege and the freedom to actually compete on aesthetic and to actually compete by nature of the brands that we put onto our platform. So the fact that we're doubling our new inventory this year, we're adding 90 new brands into the portfolio throughout the year, that gives more customers an opportunity to come to the platform, to fall in love with our inventory, and it visually differentiates ourselves from our competitors.
How are you differentiating from those competitors, Nuuly, Fashion Pass, Armoire, who are out there in the market as well, trying to woo that same customer and client base?
Well, the first part is through the inventory. So Rent the Runway is a much more premium set of brands that represent just higher end luxury brands. The second way though is through the luxury of the customer experience. So our customer, we have a lot of moms on the platform. We have a lot of professional women who do not have time. So therefore, we've launched services like a concierge, styling service, at-home pickup, Notify Me, back in stock notifications that help our customers save time. Because when you're in your 30s and your 40s and you're managing your family, your career, et cetera, like that's the number one luxury that we can give to you.
Absolutely. And so as you think about the pricing model around all of this, because we continue to read through some of the consumer confidence reports and really trying to figure out where consumers are stretching their dollar as much as they possibly can right now. We know the lowest price, or one of the offers is roughly $100 a month. Are you seeing customers favor the less expensive tier in this uncertain macro environment that we're in right now?
We're actually not. So we've seen higher growth in our higher price tiers. Of course, we have an a la carte business that does not require a subscription, where you can come in, rent a dress for an event starting at just $30, and you get that in 2 sizes. But what I think is really interesting is that rental is a value play, especially clothing subscription. You're getting thousands of dollars of clothes per month. You're getting it for anywhere between $100 and $150 a month. And as clothing becomes more expensive elsewhere and prices go up because of tariff-related pressure, this just creates even more of a value equation. I think it's incredible tailwinds for the rental and resale industries overall.
And that kind of touches on something that I was wondering as well with regard to the consumer psyche. We hear more and more about, hey, this could have a tariff type of pricing that's added onto it at the end of the day that might hit your pocket or your pocketbook. As you're thinking about and monitoring those engagements with consumers, how since the and kind of post tariffs have you seen the consumer psychology change, if at all, among those who are engaging with Rent the Runway?
Listen, I think it's not just about tariffs. I think that luxury has fundamentally priced itself out of the market over the post-COVID period of time, and the consumer overall, regardless of her income, is just smarter about how she's spending her money and where she's allocating her money, which creates tremendous opportunity and tailwinds for rental. We're really well situated in this space because we're unlike a traditional retailer in how we acquire inventory. The majority of our inventory is on revenue share with our partners, where we don't pay for it up front, we pay on performance. The reason for that is that brands actually view Rent the Runway as a powerful marketing channel to help them acquire new customers, and they see their CACs on Rent the Runway be lower than CACs that they would find on, media channels.
When we were in the break, you said men's is creating a little bit more of an attractive entry point at this juncture than years past.
I think that rental is just mainstream now.
Yeah.
So the goal is to grow, be aggressive, and take advantage of the market that we invented.
Great to have you here in studio with us, Jennifer. Appreciate the time.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.